Madam Secretary, it's great to see you again. We've got a lot of members signed up to be here, so I knew it was somebody important. So we're delighted. The Department of Commerce mission is to foster conditions for economic growth and opportunities for all communities. The President's 2025 request for the department is $11.5 billion, which is a 6% increase compared to fiscal year 2024 enacted. Unfortunately, like last year, we will need to contend with the tight fiscal restraints of the Fiscal Responsibility Act. And make no mistake about it, from my perspective, those caps have very real and harmful consequences, and they affect our abilities to deliver for the American people, both on the part of the committee and the department. Despite these headwinds, the subcommittee made targeted investments in fiscal year 24. Those include funding for NOAA to support our fishing communities, funding for the Bureau of Industry and Security to enforce export controls, funding for NIST to establish an Artificial Intelligence Safety Institute, and funding for NTIA to better serve states and territories in administering the bipartisan infrastructure law broadband programs. Now, despite the harsh budget environment, we also continue to support EDA's Tech Hubs program, which is one important way to better ensure the industries of the future and their good jobs start, grow, and remain in the United States. And with that in mind, I would be remiss if I didn't mention the incredible work that's being done in Manchester, New Hampshire by Region Valley's Tech Hub through the Advanced Regenerative Manufacturing Institute. The Secretary has been there, I know, and we appreciate her interest in what's happening there. But Region Valley embodies everything a tech hub should be. It's strong, it has regional collaboration, it has the potential to be a globally competitive center for innovation and biofabrication. Now, in many ways, the President's 2025 request builds on the investments that this committee made in 24. In particular, the budget proposes a $48 million increase for NIST's AI Safety Institute, a $32 million increase to bolster the Bureau of Industry and Security's export control efforts that are directed at countries like Russia and the People's Republic of China. However, in some ways, the budget represents a step back. I'm especially concerned about the proposal to cut critical coastal programs like Sea Grant, IOS, Fisheries Cooperative Research, and the National Oceans and Coastal Security Fund, all of which help protect communities in New Hampshire and around the country from coastal hazards, and they drive our regional economies. And in the state that has the shortest coastline of any state in the U.S., we can't afford to do anything that's going to further reduce the length of our coastline. So I know you had to make difficult choices because of the Fiscal Responsibility Act, and I do appreciate that you prioritized funding for the next generation of weather satellites. But the cuts to those ocean programs would really be devastating in New Hampshire and in so many states around the country. Now, zooming out from fiscal year 25, it's worth stressing that Congress has given the department tremendous responsibilities that extend beyond annual appropriations. Specifically, the bipartisan infrastructure law tasks NTIA with connecting every American to high-speed, reliable, and affordable internet. And the CHIPS Act tasks NIST with building a semiconductor supply chain and R&D ecosystem right here in the United States. So these are monumental undertakings, and I know that we're all eager to hear how the department is progressing on efforts to implement that legislation. And finally, given that we've just finished Public Service Recognition Week, I think it's really important to thank the more than 40,000 Commerce employees for their work on behalf of the citizens of this country. Our job is to help ensure these public servants succeed. I know that's your interest as well, Madam Secretary, because doing that means that American workers and our American businesses will thrive. So again, thank you for being here, Madam Secretary. We very much look forward to your testimony, and I will turn it over to my partner on this committee, Senator Moran.